Welcome to Loves the Wrights. Hey. Love the Wrights. Love.
Hey, loves.
Hello.
What's going on with y'all?
Welcome
in the building. Let's go,
Yes.
ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Welcome to the right spot.
Ooh-wee.
Official episode number 1 for season 2. Come on, let's get it together. Come on, let's clap it up. Yes. Woo, come in the room.
Yes, guys.
Come in the room, come in the building.
Come in the room. We have extremely missed you guys.
Yes.
Don't think that we were falling off. We just had life. Life was happening.
Life
right?
was happening. It was going around in the,
Yes, but we are glad to be back here.
Absolutely.
On tonight, as usual, on FB Live,
YouTube was good.
Twitter, Periscope, wherever else.
Let's go.
So we invite you in if this is your first time. Welcome to Loves the Right Spot.
Yes.
Alonzo, what is Loves the Right Spot?
Love is always the right spot. And here on Loves the Right Spot, we focus on seriously dating couples.
Yes.
Even the singles out there,
yes.
Right? The married, the newlyweds, those that's been long tenured and experienced out here.
Yes.
We just here for the love. Now we here to encourage love.
Yes, in these streets.
In these streets.
And real love. As Mary J. Blige would say.
Real love.
Listen, guys. We want you to comment and let us know that you are in the building.
Come on,
tonight.
We want some engagement tonight.
Listen, so we can get our shout outs in.
You can get our shout outs in?
We're gonna shout out. Let's shout out cousin Kim Cafe.
Let's go.
Tonight
in the building. Yes.
Let's shout out to our big cousin, Principal Cafe.
Okay, Ben.
Okay,
Principal
Cafe
is
come on
in the building on tonight. Let's go.
Sir.
We see you.
We see
in
you.
the building. Let's go. Hey, family, how y'all doing?
Yes. Hey,
we got the mom boss in the building. Let's go.
Listen, Laveda, we love you. Okay, first of all,
Incredible.
Let's give a shout out to Hair Credible.
Let's give a shout out.
Hair Credible took a chance on Loves the Right Spot.
Yes.
Decided to become an official sponsor.
You know what I'm saying?
Of the show.
Yes.
That we had on the network.
On the
okay.
Network, right.
And we appreciate her. Listen, she is now transatlantic, as you can say.
Transatlantic.
Yeah. So she'll be, she's global.
Yeah. She get her little,
so now, she
travel on.
She sold her seed in Jersey.
Come on.
And now you guys are in Georgia. We wish you guys all the best. Listen.
Yes.
All of our Georgia family.
And
North Cross, everywhere. Listen, look for her products in the store. They are absolutely excellent. Natural hair care products, especially that biotin, honey. Y'all got to get on that biotin.
Woo.
We love you guys. Listen, shout out to hubby for us.
Right.
Yes. Thank you guys for being in the building. Yes, Terrell.
Peace.
So listen, Aunt Judy is in the building.
Woo,
Hey,
let's go.
What's up, Auntie?
We got family out here.
Listen, guys, please hit the love, like, and share button on tonight so
like, and share.
It is on your timeline, guys. You know what I'm saying?
What we do.
Listen, you guys help us build the platform.
Yes.
We love the platform. Okay. Now, again, let me just say this. We don't do this for form of fashion.
Right.
We are not rich, but we ain't poor. You understand what I'm saying? So at the same, yes, we are. We are very rich in spirit.
Yes.
And we actually do love each other. This is not a front.
Yes, we do.
This is not a situation where we are putting on the air for the people. Okay. So we try to keep it real with you guys. At the same token, I adore you too.
You know what I mean?
Don't start nothing. We on TV right now.
We on.
So
with
all of that being said, we try to keep it adult. At the same token, though, because it is kind of a little early. We know the kids are not in bed all the way, right? But we will like on tonight start addressing an adult topic to be in the building. So again, guys, hit that love, like, and share button. Welcome to Love's the Right Spot. It is if this is your first time. And on tonight,
come on.
On tonight, yes, we are very rich in love. Yes, yes, and prayer life is very important.
Now don't stop commenting though, because when we start getting grease, when we start cooking with grease in here tonight, I want to see them comments popping.
Listen,
let's go.
Don't let him punk you.
No. Come on. We want your feedback. Come on.
Yes. So on tonight, my husband actually picked the topic on tonight.
Well, let me say something.
Yeah, go ahead.
Listen, give your disclosure. I'm gonna give my disclosure. Like, you know,
hey,
come on, Dorothy's in the building. Let's go. Listen, this is for the grown and sexy out here tonight. Right. We want to talk to you, and we want to see what's going on.
Yes.
You know, kind of like some things that you might not share so openly, right? But we're gonna push you.
Yes.
We're gonna push you tonight, and we're gonna really ask you.
Yes.
On tonight.
Yes. Yes. What are we asking?
What's going on with your intimacy?
Woo! My goodness.
We're rolling back the covers tonight.
Yes.
And we want to talk.
And that's a metaphor.
Of course, that's a metaphor. You know how we do.
Right.
We want to talk about the intimacy on many different levels.
Right.
And want to know what makes us want to be intimate, and what makes us reluctant.
Yeah.
To be intimate.
Tongue tied.
And especially I'm tongue tied.
Yeah.
Because that's what you do to me. And then also it's like boom. With someone that you supposed to be committed to and someone that you really want to take it to the next level, there still might be some, restraints.
Yes. Absolutely.
Come on with it.
Listen, guys. Well, this is the first thing. I want to put this out there.
Put it out there.
When we discussed this and we were talking about, we discussed this and we talked about the topic briefly. You know, I said to him, well, Alonzo, tonight I think that the ladies and the couples need to hear more from you. Okay, not because you guys can't hear from me. Listen. You know I'm gonna have something to say because that's just my regular thing that I do all day. But I love to say that my husband is very articulate. He's very intelligent. And he loves to have great conversation, right? He loves to talk. He's a talker. Sometimes I have to
reel me in.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because we don't want to necessarily be on here tonight like 2 or 3 hours. But
come on.
He can hold his own. And I'm grateful for that, because a lot of times there is restraint, you know what I'm saying, in a relationship where you have the wife, she talks a lot. The husband is more reserved, and there's nothing wrong with that. We absolutely do balance each other out. With all of that going on. Yeah. So before we get into the topic tonight,
come on.
I just want to tell you guys, listen, we are back. We're back. Looking for co-hosts.
Come on.
We're looking for single co-hosts. We're looking for married couples to come on. We're looking for those that are engaged to come on.
But let me just put this a little bit out there too. Like, so we're not looking for you to come on for us to tell you what to say.
Right.
We're not doing it.
Right. We want you to be you.
The topic's going to be, of course, on the floor.
Yes.
But then you be you.
Yeah.
And we want you to be authentic.
Yes.
And we want you to not hold any punches.
Yes.
Because that's what we'll be taking.
Absolutely. So again, we have some people soon coming and lined up, but we are putting it out there to our audience that supports us every time, every week. Hey, Aunt Kathy, thank you for being in the building faithfully. Come on with it. And listen, wait, you said you have to have moments.
Wait a minute, she already jumping in there. She already jumping in head first.
Okay.
Come on, hold on.
Okay, hold on. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna come back to your comments, sis. Yes, but that's true. You definitely have to have time. You definitely have to make time, right? For each other.
Right.
And tonight I want to say, now this is the thing, okay? There is a difference between intimacy and sex. Okay. I want you guys to put that in the comment. Okay. There is a difference between intimacy and sex. Sex is a part of intimacy on the physical level, but there is a level of intimacy that you guys can absolutely love, adore, reach. I mean, you'll be craving for it. You'll be wanting it, all of this good stuff. Yes. And even when you're not with your lover, when you're not with your partner, when you're not with your husband, They can just tickle your fancy.
Right.
They're still adoring you. You're still adoring them.
Right.
You know, all of this, you can't wait to see them. You can't wait to hear them. All of these different things. And that's what we're going to be talking about on tonight, because a lot of relationships struggle because it's only about the physical, right?
It's only about the physical.
And physical was great, honey. Listen, we get it on and popping over
brothers,
here.
I'm
Listen,
here for you.
We got 3 kids to prove it.
Wait, I'm here for you, brothers. Now, watch this. Now, look, we're gonna take it all the way there too, because listen, we're not so-called young whippersnappers anymore,
right?
You know, and certain things change as you get older.
Yes,
you know, certain circumstances, you know, you gotta, you know, make preparations. You know what I mean?
Right.
But we're gonna keep it real.
Right.
But that's part of the discussion.
Yes.
And we cannot talk about it and hide from those things.
Absolutely. So again, tonight's topic, what is tonight's topic? Tonight's topic is intimacy. Do you have it?
See, and we're rolling back the covers because we want to take some layers off and really say, okay, what is intimacy when you think about someone that you really care about and someone that you really, you know, appreciate.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So do okay.
Hey, Cuz,
what's good?
Yeah.
Do you want me to start off basically? Or do you want me to hold back?
Yeah. So I know you want to start, but I just want to give the definition.
Yes,
right?
give the definition. Come on.
Okay. Intimate means being close.
Being close.
Okay. Intimate means being close.
This close?
Yeah, don't start.
This close?
See?
Okay. I said how close?
See?
Being close. Come on, we going. Okay.
You see this? This is sabotage. This is foolishness.
No. Come on with it.
Okay.
Being close.
Right. So the original spelling is INTIME. Okay, and it's a French word, right? It derives from Latin, okay, and it means innermost, right? That's what it means, innermost, right? It means within, okay,
right?
Okay. The related verb intimate means to hint or suggest.
To hint or suggest,
right?
Okay.
So being close, innermost,
okay,
within, okay, hint or suggest. Okay. As a noun, it could mean a close friend. Okay, and that's for the singles who may not be in a relationship, right? It may be, an associate to you.
Okay.
Okay. You might want to have, intimate conversations, entertain people on a more personable level. Right. For the singles, because I don't want you guys to be left out on tonight.
Absolutely not.
But I think that there are different realms, and we're going to get into that tonight as far as, hey, Mary Boo, what's up? Like, love, and share.
Come on.
Listen, it's different levels to this whole intimacy, and there's different types of intimacy. So we're going to kind of address some of that tonight, but go ahead, Boo. You got it.
Well, I just want to start off by saying sometimes us men, we get the bad rap of being unromantic, if you would say, right? Or I would say maybe not as intimate as our mates would like.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So I just want to address the fact that off top, we want it. When I say want it, mean everything. From the head to the toes. So on that level, as far as affection goes, and we're talking about a physical sense, I think men don't lack in, I can speak for me. Don't lack in the physical sense of intimacy.
Okay.
When it's on and pop, right?
Okay.
Like, because things are enticing for us and we trying to get in and will we fit in.
Right.
Now, watch this. Now, when our significant other is not primed, right, for any kind of intimacy. I'm not talking about just in the bed, but let's say, I want to really flirt with my wife.
Okay.
Right? I want to flirt with you. So I might start saying something that I know will give you the giggles or something like that. So that's how I'm kind of like during the day and the time, and I'm getting better with this, right? Like than I was. I'm kind of, prepping you to get in some type of the mood and some type of the moment to be intimate with me.
Okay.
Or I'm checking your temperature. Watch that.
Okay.
I'm checking your temperature during the day. If I'm feeling some kind of way, I'm feeling frisky or whatever.
Right.
And I'm like, hey, babe, what's going on with you? Now, if your response to me comes back like, you know what? I'm just, hey,
okay.
You know what? I just need a nap. I'm saying, okay, well, maybe can I switch? Can I change that movement or should I fall back?
Well, honestly, you should have the ability to do that, right?
Okay, come on.
Now, this is the thing.
Yes.
As you know, and you learn, and you're learning, right? As far as us having 15 years of marriage, right? Most of the time, women, we are very physical like men, as most human beings. Of course, men and women both alike enjoy sex. Okay, let's put that out there, right?
We're going to be honest tonight.
So, even with that, I would say, as far as intimacy is concerned and closeness, right? And being loved from inside out for women, that starts mentally. Right?
That starts in the mind.
That definitely starts in the mind.
Okay.
It definitely starts in the mind. Okay. So if our mind is boggled, if our mind is weighed down, if our mind is, set on something else, there's a possibility that, at the time, we're just not in the mood. We're not thinking about it, right? But men would actually take that as an offense or a situation where it's like she don't want to be bothered, right?
Because I've been offended.
Okay. She don't want to be bothered.
What you mean? Yeah, so like,
but let me have a defrag moment, right? Or let me have a moment of escape. Let me wind down, right? Let me get there, or right, help in the process of getting me there, right? Because your mate, your significant other, your spouse should have the ability to help relax you, right? To help get you there, right? All of that good stuff. Hey, Sister Shannon. Yes. Thank you for joining on tonight, sis. Yes. And she's right. It's so true. Okay. My thing is, a lot of times, men want to read, quote unquote, oh, she got an attitude. She may be on her cycle. She might be whatever the situation is going on. I don't know.
Right.
But that necessarily is not always correct all the time. You all have to put in effort as well.
Ooh, effort.
Right.
Well, I may feel like you should want it just as bad as I want it. So the effort should be mutual. Now watch this. When an effort isn't, one has to go up, over, and beyond.
That's correct.
Right?
Yep.
Is it okay?
It is okay.
That's okay.
It is okay. Listen, Raheem Devon has a song called Temperatures Rising, right? So you should be able to raise the temperature, right? In your relationship, right?
We getting spicy.
You should be able to.
You should be able to raise the temperature.
You should have the flair. Yes, you should have the nag. You should have the wherewithal to change the dynamic of what's going on at that time.
Yes. Now, that sounds good. Now, is it a time where there is a need for no intimacy?
No.
So intimacy is always welcome.
Intimacy is always welcome, and we're going to get into why it's always welcome because there are like 4 types. All right, there are different types of intimacy that's always welcome.
Right.
Now, for me, I know that when you initially met me, we became very intimate fast, and the reason why is because you were attracted to my mind. You were attracted to my thought process. You were attracted to my faith. You were attracted to not to say that you wasn't attracted to everything else.
Come on.
But that was a thing.
Right.
Because for some men, they can't really get even physical with the woman, or they can't even embrace or entertain the fact if the person is not on the same wavelength as them mentally. Emotionally.
Now, wait a minute.
I mean, those are challenges. Those are real things.
Now I agree. Okay, we can go there, but I say like not from the attraction point of view.
Okay.
I believe because before I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna put it out there. As for men, men, anybody on here, back me up with this.
Right.
Now, we say that we get the physical attraction first, and then we try to see how, in fact, if the person is engaging enough for us to have a stimulating conversation or whatever have you. And if that is even worth it, it probably for men most of the time is based on a physical attraction. Like I ain't even gonna try to figure out if you smart like that if you don't look nice. Now, is that shallow? Is that shallow? That might be shallow.
Well,
but it's how the women is the same way.
Listen. I want to know how far did it get you? Okay, because let me tell you something. Looks can be deceiving, honey. You'll get caught up. Okay, based off of a look, honey, and then you'll have a whole nightmare later in a relationship.
Now watch that. Watch that. I always say, listen. I always say, you know, you get caught with the frame when you really need to be focused on the picture, but the frame catch you. The frame catch you all the way down the street, like woo, child. You get up close, you be like, okay, this is all right. Now when it get a little deeper. And now you got to start looking at the picture. Yeah. And the frame. That's
a little backwards.
It get a little bit different.
That's a little bit backwards.
A little bit different. I'm saying.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
So again, intimacy is defined as someone who is very close to you,
very close to you.
That you can share your private and personal feelings.
Private and personal
feelings with.
Okay, come on.
Okay.
Private and
personal. To me, before we even get on the physical level again with sex, can you share with the person? Can you tell them anything that's really on your mind? And it won't be a judgmental zone. It won't be a situation where they're
like uneasy or whatever have you. Like I think that's real key though. I mean, like how many of us in our relationships talk about ideas?
Yes.
I always kind of say this stuff.
Yeah.
I always say this. Like, what is it about, you know, dreaming and being, hey, cuz, and having aspirations. Yeah. Right. Like, can we share aspirations with each other?
Right.
Like, can we just talk about, oh, you know what? I have this idea and this goal.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? Right. Oh, I think that's awesome. You know what? I actually think you can really accomplish this. And this is how you may want to do it. Have you looked at it from that perspective?
Well, I would hope that men and women start doing that now because, again, the whole purpose of marriage is to have a helpmeet, right? MEET, right?
You touched it.
So you have to be paired or with someone that's going to help push you, right? I mean, again, they don't have to tell you what to do. We don't advise them to tell you what to do.
We don't advise.
But they need to be absolutely in your corner. You understand what I'm saying?
I see you, Livia.
Yes, and this is exactly what we're talking about.
Yes.
When you have these conversations, like you said, about obtaining real estate together, okay? We are business partners.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
We have businesses together.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
At the end of the day, that comes from conversation. Not necessarily conversation in the bedroom.
Right.
This is something that when I met Alonzo and he said to me, well, I'm working here. I'm doing customer service. We were working at the same job at the time.
Right.
And I said, okay, well, did you go to school? Did you go to college? What did you go to college for? He said, hey, sis.
All right.
And he said, I went to school for computer programming and graphic arts and design.
Yes.
And I said, well, what the hell are you doing with it?
What am I doing with it?
Okay. Wait a minute.
What's happening?
I said, what is happening? I said, you paid all of this money, took out loans. Okay. When I met him, he wasn't broke, but he had loans.
Listen, student loans
debt. He had real debt.
Holla if you hear me. Student loans is.
And I said, what's going on with that? You know what I'm saying? And again, I sparked it in him, to say, you already earned it. Right. You already have it. You already achieved it.
Right. What you doing?
What are you doing with it?
Right. What are you doing with it? So let me say this, like for sisters out there, do you feel as though it's more expected of you to push the man, like to push the man in the relationship, or you think it's not?
Go back to Sister Shannon. Go back to Sister Shannon.
Shannon said a couple,
yes,
or marriage, we should be able to talk about anything and encourage one another. So now that's true. I get that, but I'm saying generally, like I'm sure like people have different perspectives,
right?
But generally, when you're in a relationship and you meet someone,
right?
Is it customary for the woman or the man to inquire about your living? Like, the way you make a living, and how well off are you?
No,
and what you
that should be happening when you first meet. That should be happening during the dating process.
But who's the initiator in that? Doesn't matter.
Whoever sparks the conversation, but I think that both should be interested as far as what each other goals are and aspirations,
goals
right?
And aspirations.
Okay, and hopefully they are attainable.
Right. Got you.
You understand what I'm saying? And if you believe, okay, well, I like to hear that she's a chick that has a great head on her shoulders, right?
Right. I see.
I love to know that he's a patient man. Okay. He has a good head on his shoulders about finances and different things of that nature.
Right.
So I think that should initially be happening during the dating phase. Okay. Right. And if the person, now hold up, if the person you are dating at the time, you can't take it to the next intimacy level. I'm talking about conversation wise now.
So
to the next level
with your conversation.
Exactly.
Come on.
If you cannot take it to the next intimacy level in your conversation with the person, then that means you shouldn't be taking it to the next level, period.
Ooh.
Your relationship may not go any further, because my thing is, again, there needs to be a high level of attraction. There needs to be a high temperature rising happening just off of conversation alone.
Just off of conversation.
Back in the day, all the love songs was like, you know what? I want you to make love to my mind. First.
So it's more or less like, I want to know, like, listen, I done heard this before. I don't know if y'all heard this.
Yeah.
Like, if you can, now this is for my brothers. Like, if you can get into a woman without getting into a woman,
right,
then you're doing something right.
Yes.
And if you caught that,
yes,
it's basically meaning into her mind.
Yes.
And then into her thoughts, where then now it's you're running through her mind daily only because why? You sparked that.
Right.
And it's like, man, I'm thinking, what is this person doing? Is how, I love being together with her because why? Or her. This vibration is real.
Yeah.
Come on with it. I'm talking to somebody right now, but that whole point about getting in a woman without getting in her, that is for my brothers.
Right.
And I'll meditate on that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So again, like I said, this is something that you should want. You understand what I'm saying? Hey, tell Tinge I said, hey.
Right.
Listen, that's what you should want. You know what I'm saying? In your relationship.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Again, one of my favorite movies is Love Jones, right?
Love Jones. Come on, Love Jones.
Of course, Lorenz and Nia, they had it going on, right?
Right.
Why? Because poetry was something that they both loved and they shared, right?
Right.
At the same token, or whatever the case may be, she was into her photography. Yes, and he was into writing his book.
Right.
And even during that process, she dug it. She said, hey, oh, this is what you're into? I'm excited for you. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait for the book to come out.
Right.
He said that was his catchline, and that was his phrase to even get into her house, the apartment that she was renting at the time, to say, oh, you love Gordon Parks? You love this type of work? Okay, I see you have an eye for photography.
Right.
You need to definitely have that going on in your relationship.
Right.
During the dating process, during the meeting process, of having someone be really into you as far as conversation is concerned, what your interests are, what your goals are. You know what I'm saying? Who you be with? What come on, listen. What we
doing?
Right.
So like, what is I want to ask this question, like, what is your intimate conversation lifestyle look like?
Yes, that's a good question.
How many intimate conversations do you have?
And I would love to see you guys put that in comments. Let us know.
Hashtag intimate conversation.
Yes. Do you have them with your spouse often? Do you have them with your fiance often? Do you have them with your significant other often? What's happening? Your boyfriend, your girlfriend?
Awesome. Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Or whatever the case may be. Because again, the mental part is huge.
Yes.
And I don't want to get off topic because mental illness is real serious in relationships a lot of times, especially now. I really feel bad, and my heart goes out to a lot of people now that's in this whole dating arena. Thank God we are married or whatever, but to have someone in your life, to date someone that is mentally stable you got a plus going on right now.
Yes, you got a definite plus going on, and it's important. And the climate that we're living in right now, and I mean, like, having conversations, really 9 times out of 10, the conversations that you're having now are intimate. Why?
Absolutely.
Because most of the time, in this climate right now,
yeah,
we're talking about things in the public.
Yes.
That we only used to talk about
behind closed doors.
Absolutely. So now we're having public, intimate conversations. Yes. Now we should, of course, be more focused on love. Yeah. Again, I will always push love over hate. Right. But again, these intimate conversations have to be had, right?
Absolutely. Come on. So let's get into the 4 types of intimacy.
Come on.
To create, and hopefully it will help create. Okay. It will help foster, right, a more holistic connection. Because
intimate connection.
Yeah, but just a connection within the relationship period. Okay. My thing is, again, holistic connection. Okay. Got because it. Even if the sex is whack, if the sex fails, right? If the kissing is whack, if the hugging is whack or whatever,
that's you should.
It is.
Okay.
We'll go back to that. Okay. Maybe another day. But I'm just saying, come on. Maybe not whack, but it needs improvement, right?
Yes.
That you guys will still have an established friendship, right? And established connection as far as on an intimate level. You know what I'm saying? As far as conversation is concerned, socially, all those different things. Okay. And that's what makes a wonderful relationship explosive love. That's what makes it really boom pow. Okay. Right. Boom pow. Alonzo necessarily, we listen, we touch each other all the time. We still are like teenage bunnies and all of that good stuff. It's great, right? But I love to see my husband work. I love to see him create new things. I love to see him do all of these. That is a joy and a spark for me, or whatever, and vice versa. He loves to see me manage and do other things, and it's attractive to him.
Now, see what you just did, like when you have something that your mate likes,
right?
And they demonstrate, right? It's really great to let them know, that this particular thing that you do, ooh, child, this thing rubs me the right way.
Right.
Now, some people might say, I'm going to play coy. Right. I'm not going to let them know what I really, really like, so they could just not really know what I'm really thinking.
Well,
for what reason, I don't know why you would do that.
Well,
but I'm just saying, some people play those games
married,
like that.
But not if you're married.
Not if you're married. Okay, maybe you trying to get into that serious level.
Because that person should be your forever love. It should be. Right. It should be a level of security that you can relinquish those those innermost thoughts. Right. You know what I'm saying? To your spouse, to your significant other.
Right. Now you just made me think about something. Now we're going into the 4 topics around intimacy, but now there is a wider discussion around why someone doesn't want to be intimate.
Right.
Because we can say all of these good things, and it might be an underlying issue, something that's buried, that's an unresolved issue.
Well, listen,
you know what I'm saying?
A lot of times, like I said in the beginning of the show, a lot of people confuse intimacy is not sex.
Right.
Sex is an act of intimacy.
Come on.
Sex is a part of intimacy, but it's not intimacy.
Right.
And we're gonna get into that right now.
Right. Come on. I mean, that I was talking about that, but. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, what I'm saying is, to that part is right.
Right.
But people may have been through things where people may have acted out with them inappropriately.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Now, so I may love you, but I don't know about you really touching me in a certain way. Now, of course, this would be something that should be discussed early, right? But some people hide it, and some people pretend, and then it gets later in the relationship, and now you have to be, as they would say, open, right? And it's like, wait, I never really told you. I never really had to sit down and have a conversation with you about the reason why I may not be as intimate as you would like. Well, and I'm saying that's a real discussion.
No,
that's a real discussion.
Said that is true.
Come on.
And that is a discussion because, again, if you have been, I'm going to take it there. If you have been abused, right? Sexually, physically, if you had any level of molestation, emotional abuse, any of that,
yes,
that definitely can hinder you getting close and intimate with someone.
And when you want to,
right?
And when you want to, that's the real key.
Right.
Yeah, you want to be intimate.
Right.
It's just something that's holding you back.
Absolutely.
Right.
And I would definitely say, seek therapy. Go to a counselor. And again, if you are really into this person,
right,
you can see some kind of future with this person, or you want them to be in your life.
Right.
Eventually, you have to develop a level of trust in order to relinquish that, to release that, what I'm saying, out into the atmosphere. And I know that takes time.
It takes
time.
It takes time.
It takes time. And the person has to prove that to you, that they're trustworthy enough, for you to get to that level with them and all of those different things. I also would like to say, though, a lot of times, some women, it's not that they're scared to do it, and I mean the act of intimacy, meaning sex. They don't mind having it, but they may not be all the way into it. It may not be enjoyable to them if the other part, which are the 4 parts, are not met yet.
Okay.
So this is why a lot of times, from a spiritual aspect, as far as church, as far as the mosque, as far as different places of worship, that they really push for you to be celibate, right? Don't have sex before marriage, right? Don't get into an intimate relationship with the person unless you're at the level where you're going to make it an official relationship or engagement or something to that magnitude, right?
Okay.
Because there are a lot of soul ties that are attached to all of this. You don't want to be you don't necessarily want to open it. No.
Right. And really put yourself in a situation or circumstance that you're not ready for.
Absolutely.
And that can be overwhelming.
Right? Very overwhelming. Okay. And you can become emotionally hurt.
Sure.
It could be a setback for you. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So these are real conversations that adults, definitely should have.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When you're meeting someone, when you're dating someone. Okay. And again, before you think about taking it to another level, because again, the whole purpose of sex, the whole purpose of it is for you to become together as one, right? So you're going to create a connection, whether you want the connection to be a lasting one. It really shouldn't even be at this point in juncture one night stands at this point, because you still leave away feeling empty, unfulfilled, hoping that, it's going to be more. This is going to change the dynamic of the relationship. He's going to like me more. She's going to like me more. No, I don't believe that. I think that you guys definitely have to have these 4 different levels of intimacy that we're getting ready to talk about in place before you really get physical with someone. And I know that that's not, a natural thing, and it's not popular, because we are sexual beings. We definitely are. Okay, we're humanistic. It's an automatic thing. You know what I'm saying? So
part of human nature. So
exactly. Exactly.
Got it.
So So again, hopefully these will foster and create a more holistic connection.
Yes.
And closeness, with you and your partner.
All right, let's go.
Okay.
Let's go. What are we saying?
So emotional intimacy. Okay.
Come on now.
Emotional intimacy.
Involves. I won't put that in.
Okay. Involves. Involves.
Come on.
Candid and authentic sharing of thoughts and feelings.
Wait. Say that again. Say it again.
Emotional intimacy. Involves candid and authentic sharing of thoughts and feelings.
Okay. Sharing of thoughts and feelings.
Okay. So again,
got you.
Dating, engagement,
come on,
even within marriage, right?
Okay.
Which should be at a heightened level of more emotional intimacy.
Right.
But you all should be comfortable being candid
and not afraid sharing.
That's correct.
Your emotions
and your thoughts.
Right.
And feelings.
Right. So now let's look at emotions like this.
Mm-hmm.
Emotions are emotives.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of times.
Mm-hmm.
So it's your motives in action.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, I'm emotional about this certain thing,
Mm-hmm.
which, you know, I feel a certain way
Right.
about.
Right.
Now, is it okay for me to be emotional about these things? To me, it may be,
mm-hmm.
right? And to someone else, they may feel some kind of way like,
mm-hmm.
oh, that makes you emotional.
Mm.
Now, see, I think the reason why people are afraid to be emotional,
right,
and be vulnerable is because they're afraid that they're going to be judged.
That's true. Or hurt.
They're afraid like you're going to look at me some kind of way.
Or you can, or they can use it against you.
Against you, right? Like say, oh, I know right here she's sensitive or he's sensitive about this particular thing, so I won't play on that emotion.
Exactly.
Watch out.
Yeah.
But we don't want that.
Right.
This is what we're saying. We don't want that.
Right.
We want to
so that is one type of intimacy, right?
Yep.
Okay. Now, the next intimate
men. I see you. Listen, we out here though.
Listen,
we trying to get it together, sis. I'm telling you.
Loves the right spot. Loves the men and the women.
Yes.
Come on.
But she ain't lying.
I know she does.
Listen, we trying to get it right. We trying to get it right, sis.
We gotta support them.
Come on. Right.
Okay.
We need help.
Number two is intellectual intimacy.
Ooh, intellectual intimacy.
Yeah, listen.
Wait a minute.
No offense. I can't do it if you want a slow bus.
And that is really lacking in effort.
Yeah.
Lacking in any kind of drive and ambition.
Yep.
And you are just out here blown in the wind.
Yes.
That takes a lot of energy.
It does.
Takes a lot of energy.
It does.
And you want to be somewhere else.
Absolutely.
Because you can't be intellectual and
but it's not attractive. It's not becoming. It's a lot of different things that are there.
Wait.
I see. Yes, wait, I see you. Period. It's done.
Nah. I feel it.
But it's true.
I feel you.
It's true.
Go ahead.
And the reason why, again, you want to be with someone that's going to be able to make conscientious decisions, right?
Okay.
Great decision making, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Benefit for you and for the person, right?
Right.
Listen, there's nothing wrong with you picking up a book every now and then, right? It's nothing wrong with you reading a magazine, reading an article, doing all this. It's nothing wrong with you wanting to go back to school. It's nothing wrong with you wanting to, start a business, right? Embark upon a new different career, right? That is sexy as heck.
Yes.
I don't care what nobody tells
drive.
you.
That's just like, wait, man,
you want to make yourself better.
I'm trying to make myself better.
Absolutely.
Right. Because hey, if you connected to me, we all gonna be better.
Absolutely.
That's what it's about.
And then also too, it will spark a great conversation. Think about it. Okay.
But
you will be able to talk about anything and everything.
Right. But you gotta want to know what's going on in their world.
Exactly.
Right. Meaning like it's important to you.
Yep.
Say, okay, you into this thing? Okay, well, tell me about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because hey, it seems like this is something you really engaged in and you love. Then I want to know why you love it so much.
That's it.
Come on. That is the intimacy of the conversation right there.
That is true.
Come on.
And that's true. And that's how you pull the person in. You know what I'm saying? Because they like that. They see that, you're interested in what they're about and what they're doing.
Absolutely.
So I think that's absolutely a plus. Like I said, please don't do the slow buzz. I need you not.
Listen, we need to be real honest.
Yeah. Before
we dive so deep in a relationship, because we have expectations.
Yes.
And that is a big word and it means a lot. And when those things aren't met, we look like the fool.
Yeah.
When we should have thought about that in the beginning.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's just how I play out sometimes.
Right. I mean, listen, you can't say, hey girl, I ain't realized that he doesn't, he just doesn't like to think. He doesn't like to put things together. He doesn't like to be challenged.
It's not a problem solved.
Right.
Well, I mean, you might love that.
Right.
That person is not really off that.
And he can say the same thing.
Hey, what's happening?
Every time I have a problem or every time I have an issue, she can't help me. All she care about is how she look, her hair, her nails, her dress. What you saying, sis?
Right. What do you value in life?
Right.
Man, I mean, listen, I can hear somebody right now, 20 years old, 25 years old, like, they too deep. Okay. Now, you say that because, listen, it's phases, right? But we're just talking from experience saying, hey, after a certain time, looking good, sounding good, is going to take you but so far. And now, you looking at each other like,
this all I got?
What happened? What happened?
I don't know what happened.
Listen, what happened? We might go to this. Listen, you might go to the same place, put on that same outfit. You look so good in before, but you don't look the same now.
Those are tracks put in place on a railroad track. Those are tracks that lead to, you know what? I don't know why I'm with this person. I don't know why I married this person. Who are you? I thought you were a different person. Listen, honey, listen. Please get this together in the beginning.
Imposter
syndrome.
Now watch out, because I might have to put on a face to really like get in good with you. So I got you now.
Right.
So now I could it could be the real me. Watch out. I'm the real me now. Wait a minute. I need to wait a minute. Yana, somebody. Listen, Houston, we got a problem because I don't know this person.
And that's the thing. You say, well, I thought you were like this. And I thought you were like that.
Right.
I thought you wanted the same thing.
Now,
I thought we wanted the same thing.
Listen, it happens. Things change. I'm not saying that they don't, but I'm saying that
it ain't gonna change that. It ain't gonna change that. It's not gonna change that drastically. Not that drastically. Some things will change, but it's not going to change that drastically.
All right,
so intellectually, they need to be on the same level, if not a higher level.
Now, okay. All right.
Same level.
Okay.
Or a higher level.
Right. Now let me speak to the college graduates out there. So we said intellectual. Now, we got the whole, the elite nine out there. They doing we got that whole crowd, sororities, fraternities that, only really intermingle with each other because, that's just the status quo and what they do. Now, when you come either in and out of those circles, right, you're saying, okay, now I start looking at, do you meet my standards when it comes to this thing?
Well, I think
so.
That,
now, do you miss somebody because they ain't on that standard and that wavelength right there?
Well, I don't believe that you miss them, but I'm saying for this particular topic of what we're talking about, we're talking about you have to get to know them intellectually on that level,
right?
So that you can become intimate with them to see how their mind works.
Got you. I got you.
How they're thinking.
Okay.
What is their thought process? Yes. Right. And I see you, Sister Ty. You said yes, educate.
Yes. She said, educate me, please.
Yes.
Now let's hear right. Now watch out. Now we talking about the different levels of intimacy, right?
So we did emotional intimacy, intellectual intimacy.
We did.
So now we're going to talk about experimental.
Now talk about this.
Right.
Come on. Experimental.
So experimental, because my thing is, again, you hear the saying about how you got him is how you keep him. How you got her is how you keep her.
Come on.
At the same token, why would you not want to be somewhat no holds barred, no chains on, experimental,
and
uninhibited with your spouse?
Watch out. Pineapples.
I said with your
spouse. Now, okay. Uninhibited intimacy. Yeah. This is what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Now, there had to be some ground rules.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Put out there, right? Somebody might wait a minute.
Sound like somebody's scared.
Hold up.
Wait a minute.
I just heard it's called pineapples. That's a sign. It's a code. Now, hold on. Wait a minute. You got to be able to be comfortable enough to say, I'm not okay with that. Okay. Or I'm okay with that.
That's right.
We okay with everything.
Right.
Let the good times roll.
Right.
Right? Now, if somebody is saying let the good times roll and like you ready to come here swinging, you know what I'm saying? Like, ooh, like because
listen,
we got to talk about this.
We have to listen. You have to establish all of that.
Speaking of the cord of the wire coming through.
Hey, what's up, A? How you doing, sis? She said, yes, speak. Because the thing about it is, listen, if you know that you're not into swinging, okay?
Come on.
If you know that you're not into what is this new thing? Shared marriages and Will and Jada and all this other stuff that's going on. Relationships,
situations,
right?
Complications,
right?
Whatever the word they was using at the time, like you know that whole thing, like how really married are you?
You understand?
Are you really married? Yes,
but it has to be agreed upon.
Come on,
from both parties.
Yes.
And like you said, what level of experimenting are you going to go to? Are you willing to
know, like go there with?
Right.
Now, listen, come on. You know, they say, you know, the marriage bed is undefiled.
The marriage bed is undefiled.
So we talking on, you know, whatever goals that y'all agree on that goes.
Right.
Right. So that's one thing.
Well, listen, over here, we don't like to share.
No, we don't like to share.
Nope.
Now, what happens here?
I said we don't like to share.
No, we don't like to share. But now this is the thing. What happens is the real conversation comes in where I'm not satisfied.
That is true.
I'm not pleased.
That is true. And
I got an attitude.
Listen, it's very well possible and happy. And
I feel like my needs are not being met.
And this is why you have to have that intellectual intimacy and emotional intimacy first.
Come on.
Because again, the whole goal is for you to become closer to your partner.
Right.
You have to be able to have the conversation.
Now I said right. So like, but what if I don't want to talk?
Well, then you won't be pleased.
Woo. Come on.
Listen,
you don't want to talk about this stuff, but you want to talk about everything else. Wait a minute. This is important.
Listen, baby, if you gotta step it up,
this is important.
If you gotta work for me, if you gotta do something different, if you gotta do whatever you gotta do.
Hey, we're gonna get it done.
You gotta do.
We're gonna get it done. We're gonna get it done.
You better.
But listen, I'm trying to tell you.
Right.
I'm trying to tell you. I like a happy life.
But that's the whole problem. You know, because again, people will go outside of their marriage. They will go outside of their relationship looking for something, unfortunately, that your spouse or the other person won't do
or didn't do or doesn't do. Right.
That's the real thing. Unfulfillment in a marriage and a relationship can be really the death of it. It's hard to be with someone and they're not fulfilling your needs, your wants, and your desires. And you have to wake up to them every day. You see them every day. You have to communicate with them every day. That's a problem.
Right. But, okay, I done said it. We talking, you know, hey, you know, I really would enjoy this, that, and the other thing.
That's right.
I would, you know, how do you think about
what
do you think about now we need to see some reception though.
Let your request be made known.
Absolutely.
Okay.
But we now if you put it out there, right, you're looking for some type of response.
That's right.
Now, how long do you wait for a response? How long do you wait to come back to the table? Wait a minute, didn't we just talk about this like a month ago? I'm trying to figure it out.
Well, listen, if it's not happening, I would say within a week. Within that week, if it's not happening, if the request is not being met, then we got to come back to the table, and then we might have to go seek counseling. We might have to go seek therapy.
Come on,
what is the problem? What is the issue?
Therapy?
Absolutely,
man. That intimacy piece, rolling back the covers.
That's right.
Because I want to know why you ain't where I am.
That is correct.
I want to know.
And sometimes you do have to bring the person up with you, okay? Because you have to bring them up with you.
You got to bring them up.
Sometimes you do. Because again, you have experiences. Your experiences may be different. Somebody may be more advanced than the other person.
Might be more advanced. Watch out.
I don't know.
Pineapples.
I want you to stop.
Okay.
See, this is
okay. That's a good word.
That I have to deal with, guys.
Now let's go. Go ahead.
Come on,
last one.
Last one.
Mm-hmm.
4 points.
4 points.
Four focuses.
4 focuses
of intimacy, right?
One.
So the last one is very, very important. Okay. The last one is spiritual intimacy.
Spiritual intimacy.
Yes.
Come on with it.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Spiritual intimacy needs to be absolutely highlighted in play, right? You guys should be able to connect on that level.
Right.
You should be able to pray for each other. You should be able to cover each other.
Right.
Be a real support system to each other.
Absolutely.
All of those different things.
Right.
It's very much so important to do that.
Right.
Especially like, when times are down, when times get hard, all of those different things.
Yes.
You need to have that spiritual connection. Okay. We say that God is a part of the circle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He is the person in between
right.
us as far as marriage is concerned. Yes. When you take your vows, that's exactly what you mean. All of those things or whatever. Don't leave your entity out of it.
Right.
Whatever you believe in, whoever you believe in.
Right.
That force
is important.
It needs to be present all the time.
It needs to be present all the time. And I think it's foundational, right?
Absolutely.
It's foundational. Whatever faith-based tradition that you're in,
yes.
you're on a spiritual path, journey, or whatever you're on a high science,
yes.
things of that nature.
Yes.
What happens now is that, especially today,
yes.
right, in this kind of a climate,
yes,
we all are more or less finding out more about ourselves.
Yes.
And some of it's not so pretty. Right. And it's like, okay, now I need that connection.
Yeah.
Right. That spiritual connection that will remind me that I'm more than a conqueror.
Yes.
Even though these weapons form against me, they will not prosper.
Yes.
Right. So I have to have those things reminded.
Yeah.
Of and to me.
Yes.
Why? Because, hey, that spiritual connection is key.
Absolutely.
Because now, as I uncover more layers of myself, I'm now being able to be more intimate.
And the other reason,
I'm being more vulnerable and all of this stuff like that.
The other reason why you want to have that spiritual intimacy, and this is no shade, okay? We both are in our 40s, right? Your physical body changes, right? Your physical body changes, okay? Right. Your looks change, all of those different things, right?
Sure.
And honestly, you really need a force, right? Higher than yourself, okay? You need a God. You need higher than yourself to help you when your spouse or significant other is failing in their health, okay? If they're ill. Okay, if they have a disability,
yes.
If your physical body changes, different things like that, or whatever, that kind of holds you together, right?
Yes.
Because you have the spiritual intimacy, you have the emotional intimacy, you have the intellectual intimacy, and you have the experimental intimacy.
Yes, man.
And all of these different things, it has to be present in the relationship to make it real strong.
Right. Because
listen,
it's about how do we get better together.
Absolutely.
Now, because if that's the goal,
then you won't want to give up so quickly.
Absolutely. But again, you have to be able to have intimate conversations to be able to get to the place of what's the real underlying issue.
That's true.
And challenge.
That is true.
You know what I mean? Because then we can start doing a lot of experimental things if we kind of get that part discussed.
Yes, and then also too, if you do get to that level, right, and then you start doing experimental things, the experimental things can actually make it fall apart because you're getting your needs fulfilled elsewhere. Right? You want it to be fulfilled within the union.
And together, you're like, wait a minute, it's swinging from trees and stuff. Too much freakiness going on. But wait. We want to talk and make sure that we ain't too far away from, you know what I'm saying, where our spouse is, and actually we trying to bring them up where we are, or figuring it out why they not comfortable with it.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? But at the same time, like you said, we both have different experiences, but we have to try to meld them together.
Absolutely. And you should match. Again,
you know what I mean?
the whole purpose is to have the union, and you want to bond the union.
Right,
You want
right.
the union to be secure. You want it to be steadfast. You want it to be unmovable.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
You want it to be all those things
Right.
because trials and tribulations
Right.
are going to come. Like I said,
Right.
your body is going to change.
Right.
Physicalness is going to change. Okay.
Yes.
Listen, at the end of the day, I may have hot flashes, and he may have low libido.
Right. Absolutely.
But we still have to find a way to be intimate with each other.
Gotta find a way to be intimate with each other. It's key.
Yes.
It's so key that you can't escape it.
Yes.
You can't escape it.
Yes.
And let me tell you something. Intimacy may start off awkward.
Yep.
I want to talk to somebody.
Yep.
You're not smooth as Billy D.
Nope.
Out the cut.
I'm not Diana.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like off top, just coming through. Billy
Right.
D. It's
Right.
Colt 45.
Right.
For you. Like you might not Barry White. Like you might not be that. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Right away. But I'm just saying, just slow your roll, but be okay with taking small steps and being intimate.
Yes.
Maybe being intimate to you tonight might be just holding hands on the couch.
That is true.
It might be.
Yep.
Maybe that might be a first step. Like,
hugging,
man, I want to sit closer to you tonight.
Closer.
You know what I'm saying?
Or even just having a conversation.
Having a conversation.
Again, this all starts with an intimate conversation.
Yes.
Again, sex is a part of intimacy. It is an attribute. It is there.
Right.
It's a plus.
It's a plus, sure.
But it's not everything.
It is.
It is not it in its whole totality. It's not the completeness
it's not gonna keep you.
of intimacy.
It's
correct.
Not gonna keep you.
That is correct.
Come on with it.
Hey, what's up, Tug? But yeah,
Tug,
listen.
What's good?
Like and share love.
Listen,
guys, we getting ready to get into our lyrical lesson
on tonight. You already
and hopefully, hopefully this conversation is sparking some conversations in y'all lives.
Hopefully it's sparking something.
Yeah, and in y'all relationships.
You know what I'm saying? That's that, because this is what we do. This is what we do when we do what we do.
Right.
You know what I mean? And listen, what is this lyrical lesson? What is this sponsored by?
Lyrical lesson is inspired by Kim on tonight. It's from his Intimacy album. I believe that's his third album. And it's a great album.
It's a great album.
It's the song is called Can You Feel It? And every woman needs a man.
Come on with it.
Every man needs a woman.
Yes.
And listen, baby, I need you too.
I need you too.
Right.
Come on with it. Come on, Ken. Come on, Ken.
Can you really feel it?
Can you really?
Can you feel the love?
Can you feel?
Can you feel the intimacy?
Can you feel the intimacy?
Is it rising? Is it going to a higher level? Higher heights, deeper depths, right? Is it going deeper?
Right.
Are you growing in it?
Are you growing in it?
Yeah.
But what's the name? What's the title of the song?
Can you feel it?
Can you feel it?
Mm-hmm.
Now, watch this. We could take that a lot of places in intimacy realms, right? Can you feel it? Now, what we're saying is
because the song says, I want to hear from you.
I want to hear from you. Come on with it.
All bets are on.
All bets
are on.
Are on.
Yes. Me loving you.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, I'll be there for you.
Come on.
I miss you.
I miss you.
I'm reminiscing too.
I'm reminiscing.
Our love is strong. Again, this is about strengthening your love.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
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 Yeah.
It's really saying how impactful.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Can you feel it?
Yeah.
Right? Me being all this so-called intimate person or whatever I think is intimacy as we just went through it, right? Can you feel it?
Right.
Right? Because I could be doing all kinds of stuff.
That's right.
But if you're not feeling it and it's not in the realm of intimacy for you, then again, we need to have an intimate conversation.
Listen.
About what you like.
Listen, Houston, we have a problem.
Let's talk about what we like.
Houston,
what we don't like.
We have a problem.
We have a problem.
Yes.
But it could be fixed.
Yes.
How? By being intimate.
Yes.
On purpose.
Yes.
Let's go, family.
Yes.
Come on. We did this.
Yes.
Huh? Intimacy, rolling the covers back. And we're going to have to come back and revisit this on a different level.
Yeah.
But again, we're just opening up with this episode 1. And we're saying, like, in the vein of what we're doing and trying to do by God's grace is open up the floor for conversation that may have been difficult to be had before.
Yeah,
right?
And also,
this is what we're doing.
Listen, we want you to have fulfillment within your relationship. You know what I'm saying? We want it to be really, honestly, like a diamond. You know what I'm saying? We want it to be out there. We want it to be sparkling. We want it to be bright. You know, and not nothing fraudulent and fake. Okay, because we ain't got time for fake ones, honey. There's a lot of energy and a lot of time that's given to fakeness. Okay, but realness will give you a whole successful relationship, a whole successful marriage, a whole successful engagement,
a whole successful dating process.
Yes.
And again, we always say before we leave, we want to leave you with something, and we just want to say we are praying for all those that may be trouble with intimacy in their relationship. Keep working on it.
Yes, please.
You know what I mean? Keep working on it. You know, keep working on that intimate communications, that intellectual intimacy, you know, spiritual, and that is absolutely a foundation.
And experimental.
And experimental. You know, try some new things. Don't be afraid to do something new.
Please.
With the one you love.
Yes.
Because why? You're together.
Listen, you gotta keep that
growing.
You gotta keep that spark going.
You say keep it spicy.
Huh?
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Spicy.
Like right now, I'm about to keep it spicy.
Now, let me tell you something. We're going to wrap this up real quick. Come on, Ken. Now, let me tell you something. We appreciate you. We thank you for joining us on tonight, episode 1, season 2. We in the building. Listen, like I said, we're going to be reaching out to some of y'all right now that's on this thread. And we're going to say, hey, come on, add on.
And
we want to hear what your voice says.
We appreciate your love, your comments,
your time,
you know, involving yourselves in the conversation. Again, we are looking for singles, resident married couples, resident couples that are engaged.
Come on, doing their thing.
Come on, we want to have you a part of the conversation.
Absolutely.
Listen, our new schedule now is every other week, guys. You only will be with us twice a month.
Yes, only be with us twice a month.
Only twice a month now. Trust me, we miss seeing you guys every week, but we only listen. Life happens, right?
Life happens.
Go back to the preview episode, okay?
So come on, check us out on YouTube. Listen, subscribe to our YouTube channel, LovesTWS on YouTube. Check it out. LovesTWS.com. Check it out. We're going to be revamping the website soon, and we just love y'all, and we just thank you for
more
tuning
products,
in.
all of that.
You know what I mean?
Stuff.
Yes. Thank you for your time.
Yes.
And we want to say you have just now been.
You have just reached
the right spot.
The right spot.
Listen, be encouraged.
Who loves the right spot?
Loves the right spot.
We love
now,
you guys.
Now, take care of your intimacy.
Yes.
It's valuable.
Yes.
Peace and love.
Yes.
We see y'all in about 2 weeks.
Yes. And be inspired.
Be inspired.
To be great.
To be great.
Great in your relationship.
Come on with it. Peace and love, family.
Yes.